The moment I told Nick that I was pregnant, he denied my daughter.
She hooked on me on the first night I met her. How am I supposed to know that's my kid?
I'm certain they do teach you sex education in school.
I don't remember going to that class.
Oh, you don't remember going to that class? Well, maybe that's the problem, dummy. How often are you with your daughter?
Not with my daughter.
You're supposed to go wherever your daughter's at. Let's meet the other lucky lady who has a child with you.
What? What's up? Like, for real?
It's like a bad movie.
Okay, I don't care. Do I care?
I don't know who the hell raised you to be so uncaring.
Well, I'm a very nice person,
and you're a bitch. Why are you accusing her of cheating?
I got plenty of evidence.
He's very insecure.
A friend of mine sitting on my porch, but once you on, once you off. First thing I'm thinking, he must have just came out the house with her.
You're living together.
Tell me about it.
We gave her a lie detector test to find out if she was cheating on you.
I'm not cheating on this man.
She is very, very, very slick, man. She is slick, man.
When I was 16, I got pregnant, and I told one of my best friends. That night, she ended up hooking up with the father of my child. Ever since then, Nick has had nothing to do with my daughter.
She liked him, but they weren't dating. They did it one time. She's like, I'm talking to this guy, but we're not really talking.
I had my daughter, and 4 months later, she had her son by the same man.
We just started dating like after that. Like, he's like, I don't like her.
I was really good friends with Erin for 13 years.
She used to live next door, so we used to be friends. We really weren't that close.
I want Nick not to be a deadbeat. He said he's gonna do all this stuff for my daughter, and he hasn't done a dang thing.
Maybe the reason she's not letting Nick see the baby is because of me. I don't feel bad about anything because what I do.
He got me pregnant, he got you pregnant. Why is your son the only one being cared for in this situation?
I think she's being very dramatic because it's really not that big of a deal.
All right, welcome to the show. My guest is Kim. Tell me what's going on. Why'd you call the show?
When I was 16 years old, I got pregnant by Nick. From the moment I told Nick that I was pregnant, he denied my daughter. He said, oh, that can't be mine, you're a slut, you're this, you're that, and never has done anything for my daughter. It took until January of this year for me to get him to take a DNA test. And it proved that he was the father of my child, like I said. And he's like...
And you had no doubt. You were just with Nick. And...
Yes. And he said, I'll buy you anything you need. I'll do anything for my daughter. I love her. She looks like me. She's beautiful. I haven't even gotten anything. His parents have helped me out more than him. 4 months later, she has his son, and that's all he cares about is his son.
So what would you like to happen today? Why are you here?
I want Nick and Erin to decide that it's time to grow up and care for the other child that he has created.
So basically, he doesn't help you at all with your daughter financially, as far as being just a loving father, being around for your daughter, being there, coming to see her?
None of it.
None of it.
No.
And how is he with his son?
Daily with his son.
He's there every day for his son.
Well, him and his girlfriend are together, so it's easy for him to be with his son. You know, she goes out and works, and he just sits at the house with him.
Even though you don't get along, you obviously want him to be part of your daughter's life.
Yes.
Do you instigate some of the trouble that you have with him?
It's instigated by me asking for money, asking for diapers, asking for anything,
Well, that's
really.
not instigating trouble. That's asking somebody to live up to their responsibilities.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you know, and it would only be natural to maybe get on him a little bit. Hey, you're sleeping with my friend, you left me, you got me pregnant, that type of questioning. Does that ever come up about?
No, I never talked to him about that. When I was pregnant, we talked about it.
Are you kind of like over that now, or?
Yeah, I've been over that since I was 4 months pregnant. I decided, well, he's a loser. I don't want him. I deserve better, and my child deserves better.
And now, you're here today because you want Nick to step up to the plate, and even though he might be a goofball, you want him to be responsible and be in your daughter's life as much as he is with his son's, right?
Yes.
Let's bring Nick out.
No, this wouldn't have happened. You were a slut.
I wasn't.
That's
I'm
what
not
I
a
said.
slut, Nicholas.
When I
Hold on,
first
hold
met
on.
you,
Excuse me.
When I first met
excuse me.
you,
Listen to
when
me.
I first
Listen
met
to
you,
me.
the first.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
When I first
Listen
met
to-
her, man.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. You don't come out here. This is the mother of your child.
Yeah.
You're not going to swear at her. You're not going to use vulgar language like that. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
She hooked on me on the first night I met her. How am I supposed to know that's my kid?
I'm certain they do teach you sex education in school.
I don't remember doing that class.
Oh, you don't remember going to that class? Well, maybe that's the problem, dummy. How often are you with your daughter?
Not with my daughter.
You're supposed to go wherever your daughter's at. Why are you accusing her of cheating?
I got plenty of evidence.
He's very insecure.
We gave her a lie detector test to find out if she was cheating on you.
I'm not cheating on this man.
She is very, very, very slick, man. She is slick, man.
She wanted to come out here and call me a deadbeat dad? Okay, hold on. So when I first meet her, she hooked up with one of my boys, right? When I first meet her. And then the next time, man, she hooked up with me on the first night I met her. So how am I supposed to know that's my kid at all?
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Okay. You're coming on here, she hooked up with my boy, this and that, but that didn't stop you from keep sleeping with her, right?
Keep sleeping? I slept with her one time. One time.
Twice.
One time.
Twice.
Okay.
Nicholas.
How about being the fact that you need to grow up real quick right now because she is your daughter, right?
Yeah.
You have a son. You're with your son every day, right? Mm-hmm. How often are you with your daughter?
Not with my daughter.
Why?
Because the communication levels between me and her are like this.
Okay. So what? If
She don't. Steve, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but she don't call me. Is she really out here saying that
yeah,
she
but your
calls me?
daughter can't pick up the phone.
Yeah, but she
you
don't
need to
call
go
me.
over there and see your daughter.
Go over to her house and see her daughter? Go to her house and see her daughter? Really? Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
Let me talk.
You're 20 years old. You don't get it. At 20 years old, you don't probably understand the responsibilities of being a father.
I understand that.
Right, you don't. You
I
have
want my son all day, every day. I understand that.
What about your daughter?
Where are you at with my daughter? Where are you
Why
at?
can't you call me?
You don't leave your daughter with me by herself. I'm not going to hang out with you
because
and
you're
my
a
daughter.
deadbeat. Why
I'll
would
hang
I
out with
leave
you
my daughter
and my
with
daughter.
you
If
when
I'm
you
that
do
good with my
nothing?
son, if I'm that good with my son by myself, then you should be able to trust my daughter's good with me
How
by
do
myself.
I know? How do I know?
Because you don't come around my daughter. That's how you don't know.
Because I'm not coming
What,
to
am I
your
supposed
house.
to come to your house?
Yes. Hello.
I'm supposed to come to your house.
Hello.
You're supposed
But
to
isn't
go.
she
Listen,
supposed to come to my house?
No, you're
Why
supposed
not?
to go wherever your daughter's at.
I
That's
come
what
to
you're
your
supposed to do.
house.
Why can't she come with her daughter over to my house?
I do.
Okay. Here, listen. You're getting all jacked up over nothing. You're saying, why can't she come to me? How about saying, you know what? If my daughter is behind this brick wall, I'm gonna run through it to go see her. Okay? I'll run through that brick wall. Now, all I'm trying to do with you is maybe open your eyes and say, hey, what's the difference between your son and your daughter? What's the difference? Why are you there every day for your son and not your daughter? And you cannot tell me, Nick, you can't say, well, she doesn't call me. You need to be more grown up than that. You need to rise above it. You got to say, this is my daughter. I'm going to do whatever I can. So you tell me, what's the difference between your son and your daughter?
There's not a difference at all. But she just came over the other week with my daughter.
Oh,
and
that was me going to your house, right?
Her and her got along. You know what I'm saying?
Because I have to. You've given me
Really?
20 diapers and $138, Nicholas.
Okay.
In a year.
Okay.
Okay?
$138. Do I ever see you at all?
Do you ever call me?
You
No.
ever call me at all? I know
Yes,
it's my
I
daughter,
do.
like Steve said, but you don't. You need to contribute into what the same thing I'm trying to
I
contribute.
called you 2 weeks ago and asked you for $74.
Okay, Nick,
$74.
$138 in a year, no matter what your feelings are, no matter how bad things are with her, how do you get away with only giving your daughter $138 in a year?
I agree.
Because you're a deadbeat.
I mean,
Deadbeat.
no,
Wow, a
seriously,
deadbeat.
No, but seriously, that is deadbeat. When you're paying $25 a day towards your daughter, how does any child live on that? It's your responsibility. You're this young, goofy kid.
That's true.
You're getting these young girls pregnant, and then what? You just get to move on, and you don't get to take care of your children? I mean, damn it, $138? That's sickening. What do you... Do you work?
I can't get a job right now, man.
Well, then, man, I'm Steve, first of all. And second of all, if you can't get a job, if you can't, let's say, even take care of yourself, why are you sleeping with women and bringing children into the world?
It was, oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
I mean, I'm certain they do teach you sex education in school today still, right?
I don't think they teach you sex education in school, man.
They don't?
They do.
I don't remember doing that
Steve.
class.
Oh, you don't remember going to that class? Well, maybe that's the problem, dummy. You should go to that class. Let's meet the other lucky lady who has a child with you.
What? What's up? Like, for real?
It's like a bad movie.
Okay, I don't care. Do I care?
I don't know who the hell raised you to be so uncaring.
Well, I'm a very nice person.
And
by
you're
the
a
way.
bitch. Why are you accusing her of cheating?
I've got plenty of evidence.
He's very insecure.
We gave her a lie detector test to find out if she was cheating on you.
I'm not cheating on this man.
She is very, very, very slick, man. She is slick, man.
No matter what your feelings are for her, your daughter, Jade, is the one that's paying the price here. What did she do? You don't pay, you don't do anything, you don't go see her. But your son, every day he gets you. He gets to see you, he gets to feel his father's love. But your daughter, who's your flesh and blood, she doesn't get you.
While she's at work, she can drop her off with me.
When she doesn't know you, Nick, not gonna happen.
When she doesn't know me.
She doesn't.
Well, let's
What's
meet the other lucky lady who has a child with you. Let's bring her out.
Hola. What the What? What's up? Like, for real?
Yeah, for real,
For
Aaron.
real what? Like, what, man?
It's like a bad movie.
Yeah, for real.
I gotta ask, is that really how you act?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really you?
Yeah.
Why does it matter? I'm sad.
And this is a woman that you're attracted to?
Why is it
Heck
your
yeah.
business?
I love her. That's my girl! My girl! My girl! Right here! Right here, it's my girl. She is. She's
Wait,
my
hold
girl.
on. I just want to make sure.
It's my girl.
First of all,
Hold on.
It's my girl.
I gotta make sure. You are a mother, right?
Yeah.
You're a mother.
Yeah.
And that's how you act? You come out here and you talk like
Because
that?
this is like some like, who goes on TV and talks about their problems? Like
You.
No. Okay.
Who sleeps with their best friend's guy?
That's her guy? So that's her guy.
Classy.
You weren't dating him, right?
No. Very classy.
Okay,
Very
I don't
classy.
care. Do I care?
Hold on a second. And let me ask you a question.
Who are these
now, who
people?
sleeps with...
Do you care about your children at all?
Yeah, I do.
And you are okay with this behavior?
Can you like not worry about my behavior?
Love her to
No, I
death,
am worried
man.
about your behavior. You know why? Because you have a
don't
child.
know me.
That's why.
I love her to death,
Do you take the responsibility of being like a role model for
I'm
a
a
child?
perfect mother, first of all.
You're
you
a
don't...
perfect mother.
Yeah, I am.
You've been out there on the stage for 60 seconds and your behavior appalls
Because
me.
this is like just disgusting. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is disgusting. Not your behavior. Not you sleeping around at 16 years old having children with a guy that's not committed to you. You really think he's committed to you?
Committed to her?
Yeah.
Been with her
You're
for
a
almost
funny
2
guy.
years. What do you
You're
mean?
a really funny guy.
Committed to her?
You're committed to her.
Yes, I am committed to
So
her.
you're saying you're committed to a woman that's not even your own flesh and blood, but you can't commit to your daughter, so you're telling me you're
to see
committed
his
to
daughter.
her?
He
I want to
wants
see
to.
my daughter. Like, she acts like
you
I
know
don't want
what?
to see
We
my
can
daughter.
all want things, but it's different to do things. Make sure your child's fed, has diapers. You point the finger.
Welfare, right? Right? Welfare? Welfare? full-time student. Okay,
Nothing.
you're a full-time
Nothing.
student. Nothing?
Yeah, you do
Nothing?
nothing.
Nothing?
N-O-T-H-I-N-G.
Nothing.
You have a son with him, right?
Yeah.
She has a daughter with him. Doesn't her daughter deserve as much attention, as much care and
Yeah,
giving
of course.
as your son?
Yeah.
She's
Do you
actually
agree?
told me to go out and see my daughter.
And
a
why
million
don't
times.
you?
She has.
Well,
Why
then why
don't
don't you
you?
listen to her?
Because I
You're
have no
a
way to get to
deadbeat.
her daughter. I have no way to get to your house.
Walk your 2 feet. If you
I'm
cared
not
that
walking to your
much, you
house.
would.
I'm walking to your house.
You won't walk for your daughter?
No,
I'm gonna
he
walk for
won't.
her.
That's what a deadbeat
That's what she
is.
wants. She's jealous. She wants me. Y'all can think up, but y'all don't know anything. Yeah.
You honestly, you can't say, hey, I love you. You've been together for 2 years. I'm the mother of your son, but you have a daughter. You need to get your ass over there.
Don't I say that to you?
She has
Like,
said
come
that
on.
before.
And
You
so
don't
what? He
know.
doesn't listen to you?
No.
He says what?
He
Hard
wants to
on
see. He
nobody.
really wants to see his daughter, but I don't know. You gotta ask him that. I'm not in that part. like,
Hard
for-
because I don't. I understand where you're coming from. It's hard because I don't get along with her, but that's not.
I
the
understand
reason.
it's very
You all
hard.
agree? It's not a reason, right?
It's
It's not a reason to go at her like that, right? I mean, just because you don't like the woman that conceived your baby doesn't mean that the baby's got to deal with it, right?
So why is she?
Exactly. Because.
Thank you.
Because
If
now.
you're the big man you think you are, then
Big man
suck
I
it
think I
up.
am?
Yes, that's exactly what I
If
said.
you're the big girl you think you are, then shut the hell up.
This is a man that you had a child with, that you're staying with for 2 years. I want to know what this man brings to the table.
Nothing.
No, I want her to
He
answer.
tries. I'm not gonna lie.
He tries.
Yeah.
Tries what?
Everything.
He's not working. He's not taking care of one of his children, so that's 2 bad things. Now you tell me 2 good things.
It's one of the past couple months I lost my job, and I've been.
No, you
quit
said-
your job.
Me and her been helping each other out since I've been with her.
Okay, that's
I've
great.
been with her, exactly.
So the son gets help, but the daughter doesn't.
The daughter is gonna get help once I get out of here, because I'm gonna go right there and see her.
Because you say
her
that?
around.
You've had
Exactly.
a year to do it, you haven't done anything. So now you're on TV and all of a sudden, oh, I'm going to do something as soon as I leave here. What, because you were on a TV show? Usually on my show, there's always like, the girl, I go, don't go with him, because he's a bad guy. Or I'll say, poor guy, she's bad, don't go with him. But honestly, you two, I'm like, you're perfect for each other. I don't know who the hell raised you to be so uncaring.
Well, I'm a very nice person. by
and
the
you're a
way.
bitch. Why are you accusing her of cheating?
I got plenty of evidence.
He's very insecure.
We gave her a lie detector test to find out if she was cheating on you.
I'm not cheating on this man.
She is very, very, very slick, man. She is slick, man.
Just too young, too dumb to be having kids. I mean, that goes straight across the stage right here. But Kim, you're obviously hurt. You seem like, you're passionate. You seem like you have some sense of feelings as opposed to somebody else up on stage. Do you want anything you want to say to Aaron?
My daughter is obviously not your problem, but you don't care.
Care about what? Your daughter?
If you let me finish,
Hey, go on.
but you don't care because my daughter doesn't have a father figure. You don't care.
Did I say that?
Did you not?
No, I never said that.
But what are you doing to show me otherwise?
What do you want me to do? Give you money? Like, that's not my daughter, Kim.
I'm not asking for money from you. I'm asking for money from him.
Why are you talking to her about it?
Because this is what I gotta say to her.
It's not her business though. What happens?
But if you guys are together, then it is her business.
No. Maybe she doesn't want to hear about the drama that you bring to the table. That's probably what she doesn't want to hear about.
You know what? I want to ask you to leave the stage, and I want to ask you to leave the stage for a few minutes. Can you have a seat?
Sure.
How do you develop this character?
What character?
This person that you're on my stage.
What am I doing?
How do you be that way? Like you just don't. care.
I do care, but nobody else does. People
I care about these children that this goofball's bringing into the world. I care that there's a father and there's a woman on stage that are not taking the issue of being a parent seriously.
I am.
That we're just treating everybody like crap up here.
Because people are like, boo, like, boo.
Yeah, because people don't like seeing a man not taking care of his kids.
How is that my fault?
When you see this little girl, do you have no feelings? I mean, she's not even my daughter. I've never even met her, and I have feelings for her. She's a little girl.
I know, but I try to tell Nick.
There's your son, and there's her daughter, right?
Yeah.
Brother and sister there. One gets everything, and one gets nothing.
He doesn't get everything. He obviously.
He gets his daddy.
Yeah.
He gets you, right? Mm-hmm. So he's got a mommy and a daddy. His dad's there every day. But he's not there for his daughter at all. He won't walk there. He won't give any money. He won't do anything. And this is the man that you're choosing to be with?
He lives in the middle of nowhere. How's he going to walk all the way over there?
It doesn't matter where you live. It's his daughter.
Okay.
Would you, if Nick breaks up with you and moves 10 miles away, would you want him to walk over to your house to see your son?
No.
No, you
I
wouldn't?
mean, that's his loss.
No, see, I keep trying to drill this through your head and through Nick's head. It's the child's loss. Do you,
Yeah, I understand.
do you really? Mm-hmm. I hope so. Let's bring Nick and Kim back out. As a father looking at your two children, do you feel any differently about one or the other?
I feel a little bit. Yeah, I feel about both of them.
The same?
You don't know my daughter. Because of you, not because of me, because of you. And you.
How's it because of me?
Because you had a child and
not because,
now
not because
shut
of
up,
her.
I'm talking.
You shut up.
Because you had a child and he cares more about your child than he does mine.
No, he doesn't. He loves your daughter.
How? You don't know her.
How?
He's still gonna
Yeah.
love her. That's his child, and he's seen her.
How do you love her?
Bring her over tomorrow. You're more
No.
than welcome. Well,
You
that's your
come over
problem.
to my house. With your girl, I don't care, and your little boy. I don't care just as long as my daughter gets to spend time with you. Last time I went to your house, all you cared about was drinking.
Drinking?
That's what I said.
I want to look into the camera. I hope the camera's zeroing in on me right now. And I hope every teenage girl at home that is watching this show right now, I hope that you will not end up like these two young women on my stage, having children when you're 16 years old, and then having to deal with a guy like Nick. I do feel sorry for you. You get pregnant and you have a child with somebody that's not going to be there for you. And that's what's happening to you. But the good thing is, you're there, you want to be a good mother, and you got to keep fighting and have Nick face his responsibilities. And someday, when he gets a job, he'll have to pay, and he earns a living and does something with his life other than making babies, he'll have to support your daughter. And to be honest, I don't like you. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I have young men on my stage that are courageous, that rescue people, that, they save people from burning cars. And then you got mopes that go around and impregnate 16-year-old girls and then don't take care of their children. So no, I don't like people like that. And you, I don't know who your father is, who your mother is. I don't know who the hell raised you to be so cold, uncaring.
Well, I'm a very nice person,
and
by the
you're
way.
a bitch. And you. And I can promise you this, both of you will watch this tape someday and say, what an idiot I was, the way I acted about children, the children that we bring into the world, how I treated somebody that I had a child with, and that's how I treat them. Both you idiots, get off my stage. Again, all I can do for you is, and I know this is a very painful thing for you, but you know what? I can't make a 20-year-old grow up overnight and realize his responsibilities. Only time's gonna go by. He's gonna miss out on that time. Whatever I can do for you, whatever help that you need with raising your child, maybe if you need parenting classes or whatever that we can do and help you get through this difficult period, we definitely will do that. Okay?
Thank you.
Why are you accusing her of cheating?
I got plenty of evidence.
He's very insecure.
We gave her a lie detector test to find out if she's cheating on you.
I'm not cheating on this man.
She is very, very, very slick, man. She is slick, man.
All right, my guess is Jay. Jay, your girlfriend called the show. That can't be a good thing. Why'd she call?
Well, she called because she tired of me accusing her of cheating.
She's tired of you accusing her of cheating.
Right.
Why are you accusing her of cheating?
Because I got plenty of evidence.
Well, first of all, how long you been with your girlfriend?
We've been together 5 years.
5 years, a long time.
Probably we're about to hit 6 soon.
What's that?
About to hit 6 years soon.
Oh, you're about to hit 6 years soon.
Right.
So that's a long-term, serious relationship.
Yeah.
When did you start thinking that she was cheating on you?
Well, like a year after we was together.
A year after you've been together?
Yeah.
So for the past 5 years, you've been thinking she's cheating on you?
Always straight through the road, yeah.
Well, why stay with her then?
Well, I stayed with her because I grew to love her. The first time.
Yeah, but if you think she's cheating on you for 5 years.
I mean, all right, let me explain. She leave the house, come back anytime she feel like it, right? Then, like one day I was waiting, she was taking real long. So I just kept looking, peeking out the window, see if I see her coming, right?
Why don't you just say, when are you coming home?
When are you coming home? But her time when she told me she'd be back already expired. Truthfully.
What was the expiration time?
Expiration was, she say, I'm about to go do one of my girlfriends here. I should be back around 4, you know? So
4 in the afternoon.
Right. So.
What time she come home?
About a little after 7.
And you thought that she was cheating on you because she came home so late?
Right. So what I did was kept peeking out the window, see if I.
Why are you peeking out your own window, though?
I mean, the reason why I'm peeking is because, I mean, it's not a reason. I could have went out and looked up and down, but I don't want to keep running in and out the house if I'm just assuming that she's coming. Just a little glance to see if she's coming, you know. That's all. Just taking glances.
Yeah, but if you see the door opens, she's home.
Right. Right.
Do you have to peek out the window a lot?
No.
This was just one isolated peeking incident?
Well, that one incident, right, a friend of mine that I was telling you about,
right.
I see him get out the car, walk away. She come in the house.
Okay. Is there more to that story?
Yeah. So I ain't say nothing. I ain't bothered about it. I held it in.
So wait a second. You're peeking, and then you see her pull up in a car. Your friend gets out of the car.
And walk away.
He walks away, and then she comes out. And you don't ask her about it?
No.
Why not?
Because, like, for me, man, I'm not going to just accuse nobody. That could have been a little incident. That could have been a friendly little incident.
Well, wouldn't you say, hey, I saw, Charlie get out of the car with you. When, what are you doing with Charlie? Or?
Well, actually, the second time, when I seen him get out the car and walk away, that's when I knew that it was really worth me.
Saying, hey, now I see him twice now get out of the car.
Right. Saying, hey, yo, what was that about? Did you get somebody a ride? She said, no. I said, you ain't nobody a ride? She's like, no.
And this was right in front of your house?
Yeah.
And you're peeking out the window?
Right.
Right. And 2 times this guy gets out of the car?
Right.
And she said, no, I didn't give anybody a ride.
Right.
And
then it was a day I got off work, come home, same dude, he's sitting on my porch like in front of my house with one shoe on, one shoe off.
And why does he have one shoe on, one shoe off?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Did you ask?
First thing I'm thinking, he must have just came out the house with her.
That he had sex with her?
Probably so. That's the first thing I'm thinking.
Did you ask him?
Well, I didn't say that to him then
Why
and there.
not?
I didn't say that to him then and there.
Wait, well, listen, hold on a second. You see this guy get out of your girlfriend's car 2 times, you know, and she says, no, he didn't get out of the car. Now he's sitting in front of your house. He's got a shoe on and a shoe off, and you're not asking him what the hell's going on?
Steve, listen, if you knew me, you know I do investigation. I don't just assume.
You're a bad investigator.
I don't just assume.
You got to ask questions if you want to get the story.
I got to have backup.
You got to have backup?
Yeah.
Like what, 2 shoes off? So, do you love your girlfriend?
Yes, I do. I love her very much.
And do you want to, like, marry her? Or
Yes, I do.
You do want to marry her?
Yes, I do.
And you're here today to find out if she's been cheating on you?
At home, all she gonna do, start crying, start yelling, screaming, run out the house, jump in her car, and leave. You know
What's going to stop her from running off the stage and screaming?
It's been going on. I mean, everybody here, everybody gonna see how she is.
We gave her a lie detector test to find out if she was cheating on you.
I'm not cheating on this man.
Have you had sexual relations with anyone other than Joseph in the past year? Now, what do you think the result of that test is? Now, this friend that you thought that she was having sex with 4 years ago, did you ever ask him?
Yeah, I asked him.
I'll just cut to the chase. Did he say yes or no?
No. He said, all I got to tell you is, go where your heart take you. He said, go with your heart, go with your first instinct.
That doesn't sound good.
I know. He said, go with your first instinct.
Go with your first instinct.
And do what your heart tell you.
So you took a lie detector test before the show?
Of course.
We asked you if you were cheating, right?
Right.
And then we gave her a lie detector test to find out if she was cheating on you.
Okay.
All right. Julianne, let's bring her out.
Now, you know you are wrong about that. I'm dropping your friend off in my car? When that ever happened? When that ever happened?
When he was peeking?
Peeking out the
Must have
window.
been. But if he was peeking enough, he would know, he would be seeing me right there. Dropping your friend off?
Yeah.
That friend that you're talking about? He's a slime ball. Is he serious?
Steve.
I have better class than that,
She's
Steve.
talking to you.
Better class than that. And you know that.
All right.
You know
All
that.
right. You're getting too close.
I'm getting too close.
Let me explain
I need
something
to
to
get
you.
close.
Let me explain something to you.
Because you telling me, wait a minute.
All right.
You telling me that you was peeking out and you seen me drop him off
See, this
twice,
is what I mean
right?
about it, man. Stop getting close. Back up, man.
You seen him on the porch, Steve? Let me tell you. He seen me on the porch because his friend came to my house.
He's got odd investigative
Let me
techniques.
tell
I'll
you
say
something
that.
about him. I'm gonna tell you one thing about him. He's very insecure.
So let's get down to it. You're not cheating on him.
I'm not cheating on this man. And like I told him.
Have you ever cheated on him?
Never. Never.
And
Never at all.
do you give him any reason to think that, you know?
Steve, the only reason that he has is when he's sitting at home and looking at the walls and assuming stuff. That's the best I can say. I go to work every day.
Can I say something?
Sure, you can say whatever you want.
This is what happened. At first, I never accused you of being with this guy, right?
Oh, you did.
But listen, when I did accuse you, I know what I was talking about because one day I seen y'all two. You ain't even see me. Y'all ain't even see me.
See us do what? See us do what?
Shoot past me in the car.
Shoot past you in the
Walk
car?
right past me in the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you love this man?
I love him. I love him very much because you know what? Through this insecurity and this accusement, it knocks off all the good things about him because he's a good man. And I'm to the point where as though I'm fed up. I'm tired. I bust my behind, go to work. You sit at home, and this is what I go through when I come home. I don't get, how was your day? Let me rub your hands. Let me rub your shoulder. Let me rub your feet. It's, oh, what are you doing? Where you been? Who you been with? I can't even go in the bathroom with my phone. Who you texting?
Why stay with her if you constantly accuse her of cheating?
Because, be honest with you.
If you can't trust somebody, why live with them?
That's what I told him.
I feel bad for her.
I said,
I feel bad for her.
You feel bad for me?
No, can you back up?
Feel bad for me? When you met me, I already had what I had.
I feel bad
I already
for her.
had what I had.
Okay, well, why do you feel bad for her?
Because for one,
For what? For what?
for one,
Because I have done without a man.
the thing about her, Steve,
Come
is
on.
the thing about her,
My
Steve,
children come first
is
in
like,
my life, brother. Seriously.
She look.
My children come first in my life. I'm not going through all of that.
She do anything to get attention.
Really.
Well, it sounds like you'll do anything for attention, too.
Seems like you the one that's looking for attention. If you see your woman that you've been with for 5 or more years talking to somebody and in some type of sexual hugging and kissing, wouldn't you stop and come on and be like, how you doing?
I do more than that.
Okay? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Steve,
Listen, you know what? This is
the whole thing is this, right?
This is the moment of truth. This is
Yeah,
the lie
I
detector
wanna hear
results. And
Who's first?
I don't know. Like,
Who's first?
we're gonna go with her first.
Yeah.
All right. We asked you, Judy, have you had sexual relations with anyone other than Joseph in the past year? She answered no. Then we really tried to trip her up and we said, have you had sexual relations with anyone other than Joseph in the past 3 months? And what do you think she said? We asked you, Judy, have you had sexual relations with anyone other than Joseph in the past year? She answered no. Then we really tried to trip her up and we said, have you had sexual relations with anyone other than Joseph in the past 3 months? And what do you think she said?
No.
Yep. And the results of those 2 questions is that she told the truth.
Only 2 questions?
No, we answered 2 more. I'm going to get to those now.
All right.
Did you have sex with one of Joseph's friends about 4 years ago? She answered no. Did you have sexual contact with one of Joseph's friends or anyone during the 5 years that you've been together? And she answered no. And what do you think the results of that test is?
She lied.
She did.
See?
You lied.
I knew it.
You did not
You
tell the I'm sure.
You know it's true.
You're sure.
You know it's true, man. I already know. I already know. That's why I'm here, dog. You ain't no you gonna still deny it. That's not right, right? Well, I cheated on you too. Now, I cheat on you too. Now, how about that? How about that? How about that? Because you're not gonna be the only one having fun, dog. You're not gonna be the only one having fun, dog.
So I guess like
But see,
this
the
isn't
whole
gonna be
thing,
so shocking.
the whole thing about this is, I got a reason. That's my reason. That's my reason for cheating, because I knew. Man, I told you I love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I told you anything,
You
man,
love me?
I would do for you. Anything I could
who'd you
forgive you.
who'd you
now
sleep
we here.
with?
That's
Now we
what
looking
I'm
like
saying.
next.
You doing all this, but
I'm about to tell you, when I slept around, I left because I knew she was sleeping with my friend, right? I went to my sister's house, right? I slept with the at my sister's house. I'm not gonna say her name, man.
But you were given a lie detector test, which is really shocking here. But you said you were asked, besides lap dances, have you had sexual relations with anyone other than Judy in the past 5 years? You answered no. Have you had sexual intercourse with anyone besides Judy in the 5 years you've been together? You answered no. Have you had sexual relations with anyone besides Judy in the past year? You answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is not that shocking, is that you did not tell the truth.
Oh, I didn't? All right.
You admitted it. You
did it
slept.
say how many times?
You slept with. Right?
Yeah.
So it's even, Steven. Move on. That's what I gotta say. You did it. Come on, man.
Can you chalk it up to that, even Steven, and call it even?
Because there had to be no more than it was in
Steve,
the first year me and him was
Steve,
together.
What I need to
So,
know, what I need
what
to know
are you
today
going
is,
to do? Are you going to stay with her, or is this going to
course.
break you up?
Of course.
Well,
You want
then-
to be with me? You want to stay with me?
Yeah, but
You
we
wanna
got to
wanna
start
marry me?
afresh. We got to start anew.
You know what? I want you guys to stay together. I really do. Good luck. Let's go. Come on. The police did arrest you.
They arrested me, and I'm still not backing down. And I don't mind whatever I gotta go through to get to the point where my daughter can see me as who I am, not who she says I am.
You really want this audience to believe you? You raped my daughter!
I ain't raped nobody
you
in
raped
my life.
daughter! The whole world gonna know now.
He says you're making this up.
A little girl doesn't describe acts with
What?
a grown man
It's
for
here.
nothing.
I
Daughter,
didn't do it.
You did do
I
it.
didn't. What's up, what?
What's done in the dark will always come to the light.
You better pass that test trap. You better.
I never molested my daughter. I would never do nothing like that.
Were you ever intoxicated where you were watching your daughter?
Nah, I was never around my daughter alone, period.
You can't be trusted. If you innocent, act like it.
Why would I do that? Just because it happened to you, just because it happened to me.
It
Now
don't
you-
matter.
that's all-
She said
Nah.
that you touched her.
I didn't.
She said your name.
Chris was arrested for the molestation of his own young daughter. He faced 6 life sentences in prison. But after 2 years of battling in court, the charges were dropped. Now the child's mother, Latia, says she won't let it go. She still believes Chris is guilty and feels her daughter deserves justice. Take a look.
All fathers are supposed to love their children. And we trust that they're going to take care of their children, not harm them. My ex is a monster. My daughter's afraid of him. He molested my daughter. She was 3.5 years old when everything happened. My daughter came to me and told me that her father put his hands. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it whatsoever. I asked him about it. He said that it didn't happen. I let it go. One night, I walked in the bathroom, seeing my daughter scrubbing herself. She was 3.5 years old. She has never washed herself, and I knew something was wrong. I had this weird feeling that came over me. I remembered what my daughter had said to me the previous night about her father had been touching her, and when I sat my daughter down, it was like a dark cloud just came over the whole room. I said, "Is somebody hurting you?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Who?" And we went over a few names, and it came down to her father's name, and she said, "Yes, that's who's hurting me." And my world just stopped at that moment. My whole world just came to an end. It was literally a nightmare. I called him, and he immediately started screaming, yelling, hollering, "You lying," this and that, and cursing at me and swearing. Just very out of character for him. He didn't even want to listen to what I was saying, to what my daughter had said about what he was doing to her. The next day, I called the police. They came out. I told them what happened. They didn't do an interview with my daughter. It took literally 1.5 years before they even spoke to my daughter. For a good while, he was out here just living his life. My daughter's, breaking down. She's barely speaking. She's overeating. She's having nightmares. She's waking up with night terrors, screaming. And then it took about another 1.5 years for them to go ahead and bring it to trial. And by then, my daughter, she was forgetting everything. So she got up there, she spoke to the DA, and she's falling apart. She can't talk, she can't sit with them, she can't tell them anything. So I had to let it go. I didn't want to open up my daughter's wounds and re-traumatize my child who's already been hurt. I never got justice at all. No justice was served. This man is still able to be around children. This man's able to smile, eat, live his life, you know, and my daughter is still in pain. I know that he's going to fail this test, and I don't know if he'll ever get justice. But the fact that he can never see his daughter as long as I'm breathing on this earth is my justice today.
Pretty powerful words coming from your ex, right?
I've heard it before.
You called the show, right?
Exactly.
Because you came here today to prove your innocence.
More than that, to clear the slate, because I haven't seen my daughter in so long, and it's been very traumatic to me and our daughter as well.
But you know how we do things at the show. You got to get up.
The whole thing is when we became a relationship that was argumentative and we weren't going to be together, I told our daughter, if anybody touch you down there, tell me. And she tried to tell her mother this, and her mother took it another way. And then she asked me about it, and I told her I would never do that to our daughter. I told her if anybody touched her down there, tell me. She tried to tell her mother that, and she took it, being a 3-year-old, as if she was right. So when she took her to the hospital to be examined the next day, the doctor took her to the side and asked her the same question that her mother claimed she said, and she didn't repeat what she said. And then when I finally was arrested, I was not arrested for what she said originally. She went back to the police and said I had oral sex with my daughter because she originally thought that I had touched her pee-pee in her butt, but when they took her to the doctor said, so how could he have done this? Then she took it to another thing and said I had oral sex, and this was a whole year later and a half, and I haven't seen them since the first day she said this.
So the police did arrest you.
They arrested me.
You were facing 6 or 7 life terms.
I wasn't coming home ever.
I mean, what were you thinking like when you were facing that kind
Well, I felt like, well, what happened was I did everything I could possibly do prior to getting there. I went to the hospital. I went to the police station. I told them who I was. I told them, explained to them what had happened. They explained to me, as long as you stay away from her, you won't have a problem. And then it began to snowball.
You did go to trial, right?
Exactly.
And what happened at the trial?
Well, I went to trial for 2.5 years. I was extradited and indicted to go to Superior Court. And on the day of trial, they didn't want to prosecute. So I was like, I wasn't copping out, I wasn't taking anything, I wasn't backing down, and I'm still not backing down. And I don't mind standing up because that's what I'm here to do. And I don't mind whatever I gotta go through to get to the point where my daughter can see me and see me as who I am, not who she says I am.
He says you're making this up.
A little girl doesn't describe acts with a grown man for nothing.
I didn't do it.
You did do it.
I didn't.
You raped my daughter!
I raped nobody in my life!
Daughter.
What's up, boy?
He says you're making this up.
A little girl doesn't describe acts with a grown man for nothing.
I didn't do it.
You did do it.
I didn't.
When's the last time you saw Latia?
I seen her once in court.
Let's bring out the mother of your child. Let's bring out Latia.
You really want this audience to believe you? You really want me to believe that? You know what you did to your daughter. You know you hurt your daughter.
Don't realize.
You know what you did to your daughter.
This is what I have to deal with.
This is what you always going to deal with.
Is that a fact?
I said you'll never see your daughter until the day I die. Ever.
Would you rather believe that I did it or believe I did it?
I know you did it.
Did you see
I
me?
believe my daughter.
She was
Why would my daughter wake up screaming?
She's confused. You're confused.
Confused from what?
Latia, I told her if anybody touches it down there, tell me.
A little girl doesn't describe acts with a grown man for nothing.
If that was a fact, if that was a fact, okay.
You can fool them. You ain't fooling me. You know what you did to my daughter.
I didn't do it.
You did do it.
I didn't.
You know what you
I
did.
didn't.
You know
You're
what
wrong.
you did.
And
That's
you
why
should
you
be-
stayed
you
away.
should- no, you should-
That's why
no,
you stayed
I
away.
stayed away because I
That's
didn't
why
want-
you stayed
Look,
away.
Tia, I would not have took all this time to get you here to have this situation.
You took my daughter for 3 days.
Excuse me.
She told me what you did
Excuse
to her.
me. Excuse
My
me.
daughter told me
You're
everything that you
wrong.
did to
You're
her.
wrong.
You know,
Miss
Chris.
Tia, on
You
every-
can't
listen,
fool me.
I don't have to fool you.
You can't.
I'm right. You're
You
wrong.
I want to
can't.
ask you just leave the stage for a minute, and then we'll bring
Yeah,
it back
excuse
up.
me.
See you.
Yeah, you like
Vibrate
this.
this.
All right.
Vibrate this. The whole world gonna know. The
Yeah.
whole world gonna know now.
You were involved with the relationship with, obviously, at some point. You had a little girl together.
Yes, I did. A beautiful little girl.
Beautiful little girl.
Very strong.
Very strong.
Saved her own life and told me what he was doing to her. Saved her own life and told me A, B, C, D, all that. And I made it stop.
He took the little girl for a few days.
He did.
And then when your daughter comes home, how did you discover that she was molested?
She told me that Daddy's doing this.
Well, I mean,
this.
did you observe anything at first?
I did. I actually walked in. After she told me, I didn't want to believe it. I brought her to Chris, and I said, why is she saying this, that you're touching her? And he said, no, 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 no. I told her if anybody does touch her, that to come to Mommy and Daddy. I said, okay, because I didn't want to believe it, even though I know I should have listened to my daughter. You know, I loved him. I wanted my family. My daughter loved her father. You know, and then one day I walked in the bathroom, seeing my daughter scrubbing herself, and I just knew it hit me. I said, something's not right. My daughter's 3.5 years old. Why is she scrubbing herself, washing herself in this way? And I asked her, what are you doing? And she said nothing and dropped the cloth. Very nervous, very scared. And I says, well, baby, Mommy sees you wiping yourself. What's wrong? And then that's when she went onto the toilet, and I knelt down. And it hit me. I said, something's not right here. Baby, is somebody hurting you? And she said, no, 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 no. Very scared, very jumpy. I said, baby, is somebody hurting you? And she said, yes. And I knew who it was because she told me a few days prior. Daddy does this, 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 and this to me. Very specific, very to the point. No child would ever think of it, say it for nothing. What? She just came right out and said it. Daddy puts his hands. And I said, what? And I took her to the room and I said, Chris, why did she say this? And that he explained the same way he explained to you guys. I told her if anybody touches her to come to Daddy. I said, but that's not what she said.
You called the police.
Yes, I did.
Chris was arrested.
Yes, he was.
He's facing trial. How come the charges were dropped?
They never put my daughter on videotape when she was 3.5 years old, Steve. I would call these people screaming and hollering. My daughter's saying this now, my daughter's saying that. Why aren't you guys helping me? Why is he not getting arrested? What's going on here? The way that they left it, like Chris knows, my daughter has 15 to 20 years to recall what happened to her and for it to come to trial.
The one thing is, what I don't understand is, since the charges were dropped,
there you go.
Has he made an effort to see his daughter?
He's guilty. He knows he's guilty. Why would you let years go by?
Well, that's what I'm asking. He never came and knocked on the door and said, demanded, I want to see my daughter.
Never. Never.
I mean, that's a little odd, right?
Very. Guilty conscience. The guilt kept him away.
He says you're making this up.
Yeah, for what? To drag my daughter's name through the mud, to put me through living heck on earth, just for nothing.
And there's no court order telling him to stay away?
Nothing.
There's nothing he'd get arrested if he comes by her?
Nothing, Steve. He's just stayed away because he knows the damage and the harm that he's done to my child already. He knows what he did.
Let's bring Chris back out.
You will never hurt my daughter. You will never see my daughter. You lost all rights to her. You lost all rights to her. You will never hurt my daughter. You will never see my daughter. You lost all rights to her. You lost all rights to her.
How come you've never demanded to see your daughter?
First of all, they hide from me.
But your family was in contact with them.
She likes to
We
talk.
hide from
She
you?
talks to my mother. She talks to my.
She went to your mother's
my
house.
mother flew her down there. They didn't. I was in Minneapolis. I wasn't
The
even
point
there.
is, all these years come by and you've never managed to see your daughter?
We've had such a terrible situation here that got so nasty. Every time we see each other, it's like this.
It's a guilty conscience.
I have no guilt.
It's a guilty conscience. He knows what he did to my daughter.
See, you won't listen.
You tried to ruin my daughter.
The bottom line
but
is I didn't do it.
Guess what?
The bottom line is I didn't do it.
I'm getting my daughter better.
You can try whatever you want.
Be good.
You're gonna be wrong.
Because she got me in her
the
life.
long run,
you won't never hurt my daughter. You won't never see my daughter. No, never talk to my daughter. It's my daughter.
You don't own her.
lost all rights to her.
Never lost
you
rights.
lost all rights to her. And that's why you ain't never came to see her.
What do you mean? No,
you don't have no rights to my
child. If you
child.
want to come talk to me, you know how to find me.
I don't want to come talk to you. You know what I want to do to you.
You want to
You know what I want to do to you.
What? You want to fight?
know what I want to do to you.
You want to be
fighting?
fighting?
You know what I want to do to you.
You want to fight?
Let's find out the results.
Exactly.
Chris?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Bring it on.
We asked Chris the question, did you ever have sexual physical contact with your daughter? You answered no. The results for your lie detector test is that you did not tell the truth.
Okay, what y'all gotta say now?
Shake
your head. Shake your head now. You was clapping.
How you gonna tell me it's a 99.9%?
I
ain't no
He's a rapist.
You're a liar.
You raped my daughter.
I ain't raped nobody in my life. I didn't come over here to get straight on the show.
What y'all gotta say now, audience? I stood behind my daughter.
I ain't no rapist.
Stood behind my daughter. I stopped it.
Yeah, you a liar. You a lying bitch.
I stopped this rapist.
Yeah, get me
I
yeah, finish the lie detector, man. How you gonna act like that,
I want to ask you a question.
Honestly, like, I took the lie detector saying the truth.
I want to ask you a question.
I said it wasn't pig.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question.
I ain't raped nobody, man. Man, no, because I'm pissed now because I wouldn't have brought you out here to disrespect myself.
What did I say to you?
Look, you're a liar.
You'll never see my daughter.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Steve, throw the chair. Steve, throw the chair.
Come on. You're on TV. Look at this crazy fat bitch. I ain't raped nobody. In my life, I never had raped with nobody in my life.
I got this.
In my life.
I got this.
No, you ain't got.
But I seen you.
I never raped nobody in my life.
Y'all said boo.
Are you going to let me talk?
Man, your test is wrong.
Are you going to let me talk?
I stood beside my daughter.
Are you going to let me talk?
That's not right.
No,
How
I'm
you
not.
going to tell me I lied?
No, I'm
Are you
not.
going to let me talk?
Any one of y'all, if you feel like this is right, you'll be in my same situation and that will happen to you. Because I never did it. I never thought the thought, this girl, you want to boo somebody? You want to boo somebody? Yo, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Please be quiet.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Yo, that's not cool, yo. It's not cool,
I want to
Steve.
make it perfectly clear.
That's not cool.
I didn't ask you to come on my show.
I can't believe it. This is what your show does?
What do I do?
What does your show does?
You ain't fooling nobody.
What do you mean? I'm not.
You ain't
What do I
fooling
do?
nobody.
What you trying to tell me I
The lie
lied?
detector don't lie.
I didn't.
You failed
The
your
lie
lie
detector
detector
don't
test.
lie.
No, I
I'll take
didn't
one
fail.
today.
Okay.
I told the
I'll take one
truth.
today.
Dan, come on out here.
Come on, Dan, man. Dan.
I'll explain the
Dan,
test. I'm gonna explain.
as we always say,
Come on, man.
and I hope the audience,
This is messed up.
they're a smart audience, they get it. That's
I
you
can't believe
watch.
it.
Says that every day. It's messed
I
up
didn't
what you
do
did
it,
to
Latia.
her.
I didn't do it.
If you
Latia,
love
I
your
didn't
daughter,
do it.
if you love your daughter,
I swear to God, I didn't
and
do it.
This happens all the
Yo, I
time when
didn't
false
do it.
allegations
I didn't
are
do it,
made.
Latia.
People
I didn't do it.
do not then stay
I've been waiting
away
I
from the
didn't
show.
do it. I love y'all. I still love y'all. I didn't do it.
If you're going to keep talking, I'm going to throw you off the stage.
I didn't do it.
This is your show. You protected your daughter.
Yes, I did,
You did the
Steve.
right
You
thing.
believe
Yes, I
I did that?
I never molested my daughter. I would never do nothing like that.
Were you ever intoxicated where you were watching your daughter?
Nah, I was never around my daughter alone, period.
This is your show. You protected your daughter.
Yes, I did,
You did the
Steve.
right
You
thing.
believe
Yes, I
I did that?
We heard you say you didn't do it.
I didn't
But
when.
also, though, you didn't go see your daughter.
Yeah,
Nobody didn't stop you. Nobody
we have a
stopped
bad
you.
situation.
Nobody stopped you.
Latia, I did not know where you was at.
Because he was guilty about something.
I didn't do it.
No.
I didn't do it.
Dan, he said this test has got to be wrong. It's got to be wrong. Explain this test. Explain this test.
So he was given the single issue integrated zone comparison test, which I've discussed here before. It's the most accurate polygraph test that's administered today. It's scientifically rated at 99% accurate. The questions were, did you have sexual physical contact with your daughter? Regarding your daughter, did you have sexual physical contact with her? Is it true that you had sexual physical contact with your daughter? It's the same question asked 3 different ways. The test was administered 3 times, meaning he failed this question 9 times.
What?
Okay, not what, okay? The algorithmic score, the computer algorithm that's used by the U.S. Department of Defense, the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, has him at 0.6% probability that he's truthful. Not even 1% probability, Steve. Thank you.
This is wrong. Latia, please. I swear to God, I didn't do it. Latia, we didn't come here.
What's done in the dark
talk to
will
me.
always come to the
Look at
light.
you.
What's done in the dark
She's
will
a liar.
always come
You'll be in the same
light.
situation. You'll be in
My
the
daughter
situation.
saved her life.
If you trust this, you'll be in the same
My
situation.
daughter saved her life.
No,
she
nobody-
told me.
Latia,
she told me
come on,
what
man.
was happening to her, and
Latia, I
I
didn't
made
do
it
it.
stop. I made it stop.
Man, this is some You didn't do nothing. Yo, come on, man.
Why
no,
not?
because this is wrong.
This is
Steve,
this is
is
your
wrong.
show. You protected your daughter.
Yes, I did,
You did the
Steve.
right
You
thing.
believe
Yes, I
I
did,
did that?
Steve.
Man,
Guy,
you think you allow me?
get your out of here. Get out of here.
I'll walk. All right?
I want to be perfectly clear. This is not a man that was found innocent. This was not a man that they said, oh, we're dropping the charges because of lack of evidence. No, this is a case of it dragging on too long
She was too
and
young.
a little girl being intimidated in court.
Very. She had to look this man in his eyes, her own father who hurt her very, very badly, and tell strangers what he did. She can't do that.
And the
She's
fact
too
that
little.
this guy has made no effort to be in a little girl's life who he was accused of hurting very
Beautiful,
badly.
beautiful little girl.
And nobody's saying you can't go by her, we're going to lock you up, you're
Nope.
going to go to jail.
Nope.
No.
No.
Nothing is stopping this guy.
Nothing.
I have to applaud your bravery, your courage to do the right thing for your daughter.
I'm a mother, first and foremost. I'm a real mom, Steve.
You're
I
right.
love my daughter.
You're right.
I
And you
love
know
my
what?
daughter,
If more
Steve.
moms were like you, we wouldn't have all these stories on this
No,
stage.
we won't. No, we won't. I believe my daughter from day one. You hear me? I believe my daughter. The second she told me 2 times, Steve, the first time, I didn't know what to think. And I wish and pray I would have took action because it got worse those 3 days. Every time I would leave, it got worse because she already said something and she told me more was happening, and he tried to shut her up. But she came.
But it would kind of like, and it doesn't cease to amaze me because it happens all the time. The wolf is calling the show. Hey, let me come on and
Yep.
prove. And then when they fail, oh, your test is wrong. Like, we didn't seek this story out.
I told him to take a lie detector test years ago, Steve.
Right.
He said no.
Well, maybe he thought enough time passed that he could pass.
That he could fool it. The
again,
lie detector don't lie. The lie detector don't lie.
First of all, I hope that your daughter, maybe if it's better if she doesn't remember any of it. You know what I mean? Like, I want your daughter to be healthy and happy.
And she will
But
be.
if she does, the good thing is, like you said, if she does one day wake up and say, you know what, something bad happened to me, The good thing is he might go to jail someday, so that'd be a good thing if that happened. But the thing is, she's got a wonderful mother that'll do anything to protect her.
That's right.
And I hope your daughter's going to be happy and healthy. And
Thank you.
I wish you all the best of luck in all.
Thank you.
I never molested my daughter. I would never do nothing like that.
Were you ever intoxicated where you were watching your daughter?
Nah, I was never around my daughter alone, period. Just because it happened to you, just because it happened to me.
It don't
Now,
matter.
that's all-
She said
No.
that you touched her.
I didn't.
She said your name.
I never molested my daughter. I would never do nothing like that.
Were you ever intoxicated where you were watching your daughter?
Nah, I was never around my daughter alone, period.
Keyshawn is convinced that the father of her children, Travis, has molested their daughter. She first accused Travis over a year ago, but things have gotten worse in the past few weeks. Keyshawn says their daughter is showing signs of sexual abuse. Travis says he's innocent and wants to get his family back. Take a look.
A year ago, I suspected my baby father of touching my daughter. It's just been so hard for me. I think that he might have did it when I was sleeping or when I was going out. I think that he's capable of molesting our daughter because he was molested as a child. He don't know how to love nobody because nobody never loved him. Before I gave birth to my daughter, I already knew in my mind and the feeling that I had that I wasn't going to trust her around her father. I was going to watch every second of him being with her. So the first time that I felt like I wasn't there, I suspected that he molested her because I just seen a difference in her behavior with her touching herself, and that was his first time being alone with his daughter. Them two were spending time together, I know for a fact. I just felt like if you on alcohol and drugs, you're capable of doing something that you wouldn't normally do. I'm not going to be able to be comfortable with him until I know for sure, for certain that he didn't do that. If he failed, I'm going to make sure that he answers for what he's done, 100%. I'm going to be divorced for my daughter.
Travis, the mother of your daughter is saying that she believes that you molested her.
First of all, let me set the record straight. I've never...
What I'm asking you to do is stand up. We talked
I never molested my daughter. I would never do nothing like that. That's my first
That's
born.
good. So you can stand up, right?
You need to let me tell my story.
I'll just say this. I don't know if you didn't do it, but watching the tape, she's saying the moment your daughter's born, she's worried from the moment your daughter's born that you might do something to her.
Nah.
That's not natural.
She's been abused. I mean, I've been abused. I mean, I let that...
been abused?
Yeah, I let that be the past. I mean, for some reason, it's still hunting her. For some reason. We've been together...
So both of you are victims of this.
Yeah.
And you've managed to deal with it.
Yeah.
And you say that she still might have problems dealing with what happened to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we've been together for about 10 years off and on. But now it then came to this point where she's going to accuse me. It happened about a year ago. She claimed my daughter was irritated, so she took her pamper off and seen that she was scratching or whatever. She took her to the emergency room. You know what I'm saying? I guess it wasn't nothing there. The social worker or whoever didn't have enough evidence to build a case towards me.
How old was your daughter at that time?
She was maybe about 6-7 months.
So she believed that you would molest a 6-7-month-old baby?
I mean, that's in her mind. I mean, for some reason, what happened to her is hunting her. You see what I'm saying?
One thing she says on the tape also is that she's worried because you do drugs and alcohol.
I mean, that's the past. Who have it?
Oh, so you're not doing that now?
No.
Did you do it at 6 or 7 months?
I mean, I used to drink here and there. Who didn't? You go out to the club on the weekend. Who
Right.
wouldn't?
I'm saying, she's saying on the tape like, oh, you were drunk or you were on drugs. At that time, at the 6, 7 months, were you ever intoxicated where you were watching your daughter?
Nah, I was never around my daughter alone, period. Like, she might have walked to the store, but my daughter's asleep.
Did you ever call the police or child?
Nah, see, on the other foot, if I would have knew something happened like this, I'm calling the police first thing.
Now, has she accused you since then?
Yeah, she accused me about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
That's when I had to actually call your show and go full throttle with it because it seems like this is the only way I'm gonna get answers.
You said, I want to take you on the Steve Wilkos show. I want to take this lie detector test.
Yeah.
Prove to you that I didn't do this. Let's bring out the mother of your children, Keyshawn.
I know and I truly believe that you did something to our daughter.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
You know
No, I did
that
not.
I believe that.
No, I didn't.
You know that I feel that way.
Why would I do that? Just because it happened to you, just because it happened to me.
It don't matter.
That's all you
the
worried about.
moment she was born.
No,
Travis, I
never.
believe that you would do something to her.
Why the
that
police
you
phone
are
call?
capable
No.
of doing
For what?
something like
Why
that.
would I do that?
I
Why?
don't know.
Never did.
She said
No.
that you touched her.
No, I didn't.
You know how our baby talk. You know how smart she is. She said your name. If you innocent, act like it.
You better pass that test, Travis. You better.
If you innocent, act like it.
You better pass that test, Travis. You better.
This is a tough story always to do. It's always tough to do it when you think about little kids, people doing bad things to them, right? And I understand that at one time in both your past, you were victims of this very same thing. And I realized that that damages people to no end. And some people never recover completely from what was done to them. But the one thing you say on the tape, where the moment your daughter is born, you fear that the man that helped give you that child is going to do something bad to that child. And to me, I just don't understand that feeling, like it had to be one of the most joyous moments of your life, that you're thinking that, 2 minutes into the child's life. Why did you think that?
Because you doing alcohol or whatever you doing, you will get out of character. You're capable of anything. I never trusted you in our relationship, how much you hurt me. So when I had my daughter, during my pregnancy, I had a feeling that after I gave birth to her, every second, every waking moment, you know I had to watch you. You know that. And you think it's funny.
Right.
Reason why I had to watch you, because you can't be trusted.
Because you think about your past. That's what you think about.
No,
You think about what happened to you.
Your past, and you probably
ain't got nothing to do with
touched her.
it. Ain't got
on some drugs and you did her. Why you didn't come on to me as if you was innocent?
What I'm
Why
supposed
you
to do?
didn't call me a female dog at the time when I accused you?
Because that's crazy.
But any other time you can call me one.
Why would you? Why would you?
If you innocent, act like it.
I am. What you talking about?
Act
Be around my
like
kids.
it. I've been knowing you all that time.
Yeah.
You're not acting innocent.
How
You
so
better
bad?
pass that test, Travis.
Ain't no better.
You better. You better.
You let your past hunt you.
You better pass it.
And when I pass it, you gotta
better
get some
pass
help.
it.
You need some help.
And I will get the help
need
that I need.
it. You really
but
need
you
it.
gonna get help
You
today
really need
too
it.
when the results come back.
know it.
Well, if he would fail, then I would say you probably need to, start some police proceedings against him, and he could get help in jail if he did it. But is this a case of what he's saying, that your past is haunting you to believe that these things have happened?
That can't be true because I trust my guy best friend or a cousin or another friend before I trust their own father. I love Travis. He knows that. Everybody knows that. I didn't do nothing but try to show him love, show him what a family could be, something that me and him never had. He wanted to turn around and do the same thing that did, okay then.
I mean, do you know that he did something? I mean, like, I don't know what you are alluding to. Are you just talking about the abuse?
I know that he was molested. I know that.
So by that, you think I'm gonna molest my daughter? You think I'm gonna let them go through the pain that I went through, that you went through, making them think about it?
You should have convinced me that you was innocent. You should have tried to convince me more that you was innocent.
What I'm asking you is, are you holding his past against him?
I can't say yes that I am. But you act sneaky. You act like a snake.
Okay, one thing, I don't know him from but when he's standing on my stage. But what I'm saying is, like you say, alcohol.
It's funny. It's funny that we on national TV.
I don't think he's finding a lot of humor in it. What I want to ask you is, you made the statement, oh, drugs and alcohol, and you can't trust them. And you're right, when people take drugs and do alcohol, they tend to do a lot of stupid, foolish things. But a lot of them don't turn into child molesters because they're doing drugs or alcohol. They won't even step over that line. And I believe and I understand where you're coming from, because you being a victim, him being a victim, it's got to be a hard thing to get that out of your mind. And think about your kids and like, hey, you know, even I'm not a victim, but I worry about my children. I worry about when they go to school or when they go to somebody's house or whatever. We worry all the time, right? But has he ever done anything where you saw with your own eyes and you're like, what the hell was that? Did you ever see anything that said, oh, you know, or is this just a feeling that you have?
Over our relationship, I have found out some things that he was hiding from me that I wouldn't want to believe in my worst dreams. So he know the reason why I believe something that crazy and that sick.
Travis came on the show, and he came on to prove to you that he did not do this. I hope and pray that this is a good result, and then that you guys can move forward as a family. There's only really one question to ask, and we asked Travis, did you ever sexually abuse your 19-month-old daughter? And he responded, no. And the results for that lie detector test is that Travis told the truth.
You got what you want.
I apologize for accusing you, but you know that I needed to know the truth.
It's messed up, though.
And I apologize for that, but you have to understand that I had a feeling. I felt some kind of way.
Because it happened to you.
I don't know why. Maybe because of that. But I wanted to know.
You know.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Listen, This is not easy, but you felt something, and sometimes when you're feeling something and you feel that thing, you have to do something about that thing. Because my God, if you didn't do something and it turned out there was something, that's no good at all. You were a victim, but that didn't stop you from being a good mother, right? Okay, you have a good man, and I think both of you want to protect your kids, but you didn't do anything wrong here. You had a feeling, you acted on it, you made sure, and you're protecting your children, okay? I know it can't be easy for him to be a victim and then being accused of it. It's got to be hard. But hopefully this helps you. You can move past this And you just got to trust. You got to trust in each other. You're both victims of this, but you made something beautiful. You got beautiful kids. You got to get past that now, and maybe get some help with dealing with some of the things you're still feeling from what happened to you. And if you want that help, we'll get you that help. Okay? I'm really glad for you.
Thank you.
I'm real happy for you, man. Really glad to see you.
I'm no child molester. I'm no monster.
You coached them, bitch. I came here because I want to find out the truth.
Jamaica was a struggling single mother until she met Charles. Since then, they fell in love, and Charles has been helping raise her kids. Recently, Jamaica's 4-year-old son claims that Charles has been molesting him. Take a look.
My stepson is accusing his mother boyfriend of molesting him. He was sleeping one night, and the mother boyfriend came in and pulled his pants down and pulled on his and bit his butt. It's not normal for a 4-year-old to make accusations like that. When he told me that, I went straight to his father, and I was like, tell your father what he told me. He told his father the exact same thing. We immediately called his mother, Jamaica, and she hung up. My stepson said that Charles would touch him all the time. This is not just a one-time thing. This happened more than on one occasion. When Jamaica would sleep, gone from the house, in the shower, it's ongoing. I was in tears. I was real upset. I just was in shock. Jamaica think I'm making this up. I'm not making this up. It came out her son's mouth. I think Jamaica is a bad mom. The thing that pisses me off the most, that she still has this man in her house with the rest of her children. It's disgusting that a woman would choose a man over her child when you have a doubt in your mind that this man has molested your son. She didn't call the police. The worst part is this guy has only been in her life for 6 months. What type of mother would trust a guy she only knows for 6 months to move them in her house with her kids? If Charles failed his lie detector test, me and my husband, we want full custody, and we want those two locked up.
Can I speak first?
Sure.
First of all, Steve, that bitch is a liar. I cannot stand her. Since day one of her being with my husband, who I'm still married to, it's been nothing but drama. They've called
Okay,
CPS.
let's get this straight. The woman in that tape stole your husband.
Yes.
But you're still married to him.
Yes.
But now you're with this other guy who she says is molesting your child.
Yes.
Okay.
They've called CPS on me. They've told them that I abuse my children, that I'm a drug addict, that I don't feed my children. And CPS came and they seen everything was clear. It's nothing going on in my home. All that she said is...
I understand if she starts seeing your husband while you're married to him and she steals him away, that there's some...
And 8 months pregnant.
Oh, you were 9 months pregnant?
8.5 months pregnant. I had to jump a fence to find out about him and her.
You jumped the fence when you were 9 months pregnant?
I jumped the fence. I sure did, because I wanted to know.
How tall was the fence?
It was a pretty tall fence. It was to a hotel. You know, he told the people, don't let me in. Don't let me. I'm his wife. You know what I mean? So I wanted to know. He left me in a shelter with our kids for a year to be with that woman.
Now, you know, that's not part of the story, but that's a pretty athletic move, being 9 months pregnant.
Yeah, it is.
And no injury occurred?
No.
Okay, very good. That's the smart thing.
Wow, this is crazy.
Okay, this is pretty crazy
Yeah,
story.
it is.
Your husband, Marcus, who you no longer live with, couldn't be here today because of whatever legal proceedings or whatever. I don't know exactly why, but he couldn't be here. But he's agreed to talk about this, obviously. And you're saying you were happy, you have children, and she comes in and steals him away.
No, we weren't happy. We weren't happy at all. He left me in a shelter for this woman. You know, he totally abandoned me and his children. So no, we weren't happy, and I tried to work it out with him. He was hiding her. He wouldn't tell me anything.
Okay, but she brings up a serious claim that your boyfriend is molesting one of your children.
Yes.
And what do you say to that?
I feel in my gut that Charles would never do anything like that. I have 6 other children in the house with me, and...
So you have 7 children?
I have 7 children, yes I do. 6 of them live with me. I asked them, has Charles ever touched them? They say no. I asked them, has Charles ever come in their room? They say no. I mean, it's like, I don't understand.
It could be he, not that I've even talked to him, met him, anything.
I don't put anything past no man.
There you go. And I think you have to be that way when you have kids and you're bringing a new guy into the house, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been dating Charles now?
6 months.
6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you want to say about Charles?
Charles is an awesome dude. Like, he helps me around the house. He helps me with the kids. He cooks, he cleans. We don't argue, nothing. Yeah, he's an older guy, and he's going to look funny to you guys because he's older, but
you have no
he helps
problem
me.
with it.
I have no problem with Charles. Nothing.
Charles is 56.
He's 56.
All right. And you're 28.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big age difference. He's twice as old as you. But you say he's a good guy. He's good with the kids?
He's awesome with my kids.
Awesome with your kids. You ever see any kind of behavior where you say, that's kind of out of place. I don't know. You never see anything like that. And you found out about these accusations how?
On Friday night, I got a call from Marcus. And when I picked up the phone, he said, tell your mother what you just told me. And said, Charles came into my room, he closed my door, he touched my in my butt.
Do you think that Marcus's girlfriend is making this up?
I do.
Why would I allow your son? You don't Why would I allow your son?
You want what I got and you can't
have it.
You coached him, bitch.
Do you think that Marcus's girlfriend is making this up?
I do. I was shocked, and Charles was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What happened? What's wrong? What did he say? What's wrong? I was like, you know what? Get the out of my house. You know, he was like,
you told
why?
Charles to get out of your house.
I was like, get out of my house. He was like, why? What did I do? And I told him what said. He said, no, baby, I would never touch your kids. I would never hurt you like that. I would never hurt these kids like that. And we had a little argument, and he went to bed. And it bothered me because he just went to bed without finishing what we were talking about. So I went downstairs. I got the biggest pot of water I can find, and I came upstairs and I poured it on him, told him to get out of my house. And he sleeps.
You didn't boil the water first, did you?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. I did. Let me tell you something, Steve. It may seem bad for what she's saying, but I love my kids. I've been a mom since I was 16, and that happened to me when I was a kid. I would never even think about letting...
You were sexually abused?
Yes, I would never even think about, if I knew a man was doing that around me, if I thought he would not be in my house. That's why after I scald his ass, he sleeps in his van. He sleeps in his van. He's not allowed in my house, period.
So you still want to be with Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, you still want to be with Charles, but you kicked him out of the house until you get answers.
Until I get these answers.
And so you make... And just so we paint the picture for everyone, you make him sleep in his van in your driveway, so he's with you during the day, but at night he goes out and...
He goes to work. He leaves for work at 5 in the morning. He goes to work, he comes home, he sits in his van.
So he's really not even around during the day?
No. When I'm done cooking, after I feed my children, then I take him a plate. I let him eat, I let him drink, I go get it, and I bring it in the house.
Well, I got to say this. I got to commend you for at least taking action until you get to the bottom of it. You removed the potential threat. Because honestly, we have so many guests come on and say, oh, I couldn't believe I did it, and then they left him in the house and he just kept doing it. So do you think that Marcus's girlfriend is making this up?
I do.
I mean, because that would be horrible that anybody would make up this type of allegation with their own children involved.
I think that they want my other 2 children that I have by Marcus so they can be a big, happy family.
So you believe Marcus wants his children
Yes.
living with him and his girlfriend?
Yes.
And you think that's why they're making this story up?
I mean, they made up the story about CPS. What makes me think you won't lie about this?
Everybody came here, took lie detector tests, the girlfriend, Charles. What if Charles fails the test?
He better hope the police get a hold of him before I do.
Okay. But to be clear, you believe that your son has been coached. And again, if it's not true, then you have the whole issue of a father and a girlfriend coaching a child to tell a story, which would be just horrible. So in any case, it's not a lot of good outcome here. But for your sake and your son's sake, I certainly hope he wasn't molested. Okay, you don't like this, Tanya?
I don't.
You believe she's coaching your son. She's here. And as you pointed out, you're still married to your husband, but he's with her.
Yes, he is.
Let's bring her out. Here's Tanya.
Keep her away from me.
How dare you sit there and lie?
How dare you even tell my son?
How dare you sit there and lie?
Bitch, I don't care.
Why would I lie on your son?
You don't
Why would I lie on your son?
Why? Because you want what I got.
What for your own? What for your own? Will
You
make up
want
an
what I
accusation
got.
like that.
You want what I got, and you can't
I
have
got
it.
him.
I don't want Marcus,
I got
bitch.
him. Your son
I don't
too.
want. You know
I got
what?
to take care of him. When it
You
came to
take
me,
him.
he
Bitch, you
can
take
spell his name.
Hold on.
Whole name, last name, middle name. What are you talking about?
What you talking about?
Why would I call CPS on you?
Because you did, because you the jealous bitch.
I take a lot of
jealous bitch. You can't have your man. You gotta take mine. You ain't take mine. Exactly, and you coached him, bitch. You coached him, bitch. You
It's
coached
about
him.
your 4-year-old son. It's about your 4-year-old son.
It is.
Saying your boyfriend touched him.
I ain't even gonna
Why
move.
would I?
Get
Why
hype.
would I?
Get hype.
Why
Get
would I?
hype. Get
Why
hype.
would I?
Get hype.
Why would
Get
I?
hype, bitch.
Why would I?
Get hype.
You know you won't lie.
You bitch. I'm getting my son back, you raggedy hoe.
I got him and your son.
Is there any reason that you'd be making this story
No,
up?
it's not.
You never coached the boy.
No, I did not. I came here because I love him and I want to find out the truth.
I'm getting my son back, you raggedy hoe.
I got him and your son.
You're not gonna break up my home. You're not gonna break up mine.
Hold on.
And I'm getting my son back, you raggedy hoe.
Steve talk. That's Steve talk. Knock it off.
You can try.
Hold on.
You can try.
He's
Hold on.
mine.
You can
came
try
out of this.
I got my
He
own
came
kid.
out- And what
I
I
to you?
What I bitch?
Stop.
I'm done. I'm done.
What you talking about?
Stop.
I'm done.
That's
She don't
Steve
even
talk.
got hers,
Okay.
but she trying to be a moment of
Hold on.
mine. Not gonna happen.
Hold on. Let's talk now, okay? I want to hear the story. I gave you a chance. I want to hear you. Did you steal her husband?
No, I did not. They was not together when I met him.
But
He
she's-
said they was
but-
not together.
But he's still married, right?
That's all right. He's mine now.
Hoe.
She don't want to sign no
Home-wrecking
papers.
hoe.
He's mine.
Does it
Home
bother
wrecking
you?
hoe.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's me. I got him and your son.
He is married to her.
Okay.
He has children with her.
Okay.
And one of these children, at what point, was over at your house. And how did it come about that did the child tell Marcus the story or tell you the story?
He told me.
Okay, and you tell me exactly what the child, like, what was he, laying in bed? Were you
No, he was eating dinner.
eating dinner, and what did he say to you?
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Her son, has feminine ways. Period, point blank, I don't care. So by me being a mother of my own, I turned around and asked her son, I was like, listen, have you ever been touched in a sexual manner? You know what I'm saying? Or anybody touch you inappropriate?
You asked this question because you believe that this 4-year-old child is acting feminine.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing outbursts. He was doing things he wasn't supposed to do. A normal 4-year-old was not doing.
Like what?
Like, I'll say like throwing tantrums, trying to play with dolls, trying to play with dolls.
Tell me the part that's unusual.
The unusual part is like peeing in the bed. Like when we get ready to bathe him, he'll jump back like he don't want to be touched.
Okay, just so we're clear, I remember my son at 4, he was playing with dolls. He plays with G.I. Joe dolls, and he plays all kind of dolls now. He has temper tantrums. So that stuff, I think a lot of 4-year-olds do.
Run up, bitch. Run up, bitch. You won't get this, hoe.
I'ma get it.
You gonna get it, shawty?
I won't.
No.
Let's get it. Let's get it, man.
Okay.
Let's get it, shawty.
Can we continue our conversation?
Let's get it, shawty.
I want it.
Hey, town, hey, baby.
We want to get down to the bottom of what happened to your son. If anything happened to your son.
Steve,
so listen to me, please. If we can't control ourselves, I'm going to ask you to leave the stage and talk to her. I'd rather have you be able to stand out here and hear this. But if we're going to have that, then I can't have it.
Got you.
Okay.
Oh, we gonna have it.
No, you're not going to have it.
She feeling embarrassed because she got slapped.
Let me ask you a
I ain't
question.
mad, boo. I'm a soldier. I
Okay.
ain't mad because you slapped me, boo.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I ain't mad.
Stop.
The hell you talking about?
Stop. Before this change of behavior, how long have you known the son?
About 3 years.
Oh, 3 years?
Yeah. This ain't new. 3 years.
So you had known the boy, you knew his character.
Yeah, he stayed with me prior to this.
Okay.
Us.
Okay. So all of a sudden you noticed a change in behavior.
Yeah.
You saw him jumping back in the bathtub. He didn't want to be touched.
Yeah, because I be the one bathing him at nighttime.
Okay, I understand that. So this behavior led you to a line of questioning of the serial. And
I asked my own kids.
okay, pick it up from this point.
I asked my own kids. I was like, have you? He was like, yes. Charles pulled on my and bit my butt. So I off muscle rip, I was like, Marcus, you need to hear this right here.
What's up? My man ain't even got
You need to hear this right here. So her son repeats the same thing.
So and he said, Charles pulled my pants down and bit my butt.
And I say, where was your mom? He was like, in the room. I was like, how you know it was Charles? He said he went in there. He said he went in the room, he seen Charles, asked Charles, did he come in the room? He said he smelled Charles' hand, it smelled like private parts. I do a 4-year-old say somebody's hand smell like private parts.
I don't know. But is that all he said?
No, then he was like, you know, his mom, he takes a shower with Charles, his mom. He takes a shower with his mom, Charles, and their other 2 siblings. And I was like, say what? I was like, huh? He was like, yes.
Did that ever happen?
I take a shower with my son.
And Charles is not in there?
No.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I guess I made that up too.
Yeah, you did, just like that.
Okay, we'll see. I took a lie detector test.
Other than biting of the boy's butt,
Steve, my man don't even have teeth.
Steve, I'm no child molester. I'm no monster. I don't do that kind of I put food in the house. I help her clean the house.
I need to know. I need to know while we on national TV. Are you doing this to my son?
Steve, I'm no child molester. I'm no monster. I don't do that kind of I put food in the house. I help her clean the house.
Is there any reason that you'd be making this story
No,
up?
it's not. And I wouldn't being worried in New York. You know what I'm saying? With this right here. This is nonsense to me. I came here because I love him and I want to find out the truth.
Okay.
You need to go and get credit.
Are you trying...
I need to. You need to be right with me, boo.
I have to ask you, are you trying to steal, not steal, but get the kids away from her and have the kids live with you.
No, I am not.
So you're not making up a story.
No, I am
You never
not.
coached the boy.
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you ever call CPS on her?
No, I did not.
Never.
Never.
Never told someone to call CPS on her?
Never.
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 And why not?
Because that ain't my business. That,
It's none of
that
your-
time it was between her and her husband at that time.
Okay. So it had nothing to do with you?
Nothing.
Okay. So I'm going to ask both of you to leave the stage. I'm going to talk to Charles, and then we'll have everybody back.
What's up?
Let's bring out Charles.
Steve, I'm no child molester. I'm no monster. I don't do that kind of excuse me.
That's right.
I don't do that kind of mess.
Okay, so how long have you known Jamaica?
6 months.
6 months. And you met her and you thought what?
I love that woman.
You love her?
Yes.
And so now you're in her house and she has 7 children living there?
Yeah.
And
6.
6 children. And you're helping out. She says you're a very wonderful guy, that you're helping out with her kids. You're a nice guy, you go to work. You're really helping out a lot.
Yes. Our first date, I took her to Walmart. I gave her my paycheck. I said, buy the kids whatever they need.
Okay.
You know? And they're not biologically mine.
Right.
None of them.
Right.
I mean, and after I seen she got everything the kids need, I said, now here, my next paycheck, get yourself whatever you need. I put food in the house. I help her clean the house. I help her do anything she asks me to help her with. You know, I'm no monster.
Okay.
I raised my own kids.
So you know the whole story here. Jamaica was married to Marcus.
Yes.
Marcus is obviously still married to Jamaica. Now he's with Tanya.
Yes.
The kids, I guess, they visit back and forth, but they stay with you.
Right.
Why? I mean, you're being accused of this. Your reaction to being accused of child molestation?
Yes, I know. I lost my job today because of this. Because I had to come on this program to defend myself. It would have been 3 years I worked at my job, but they fired me today. Because I had to be a man up to come here.
Well, because one, you're living in a van, right?
Yes.
She won't let you come into the house.
Until things get
Until
resolved.
she gets an answer.
Right.
So you're here today because you want to clear your name.
Yes.
I got to ask you, did you molest her son?
No, I did not.
Did you ever act sexually inappropriate with the child?
No, I do not.
She says the 6 other children she asked all of them, none of them said this. Why do you believe you're being accused of this?
Because I believe her ex-husband and this, whatever you want to call her, wants to take the kids from her.
Do you believe that they want to take the kids from her?
Yes. And Jamaica's a good mom.
She's a good mom. Did it startle you when you had boiling hot water poured on you?
Yes. Yes.
The reason why I ask you that, because she said, hey, this question came up. You kind of went to bed without finishing the discussion.
Steve, I was angry. And I don't want to do nothing out of rage. Not to her, not to her children. Okay, I figured my best bet was to go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and pick the conversation up. But
So it wasn't
when
a
she
case of being evasive, a case of, oh my God, I got caught. This was you're saying, hey, the kids are up. I don't want a big commotion.
Right.
And let's talk about this tomorrow morning.
Right. And when she threw the water on me, Steve, it hurt. I got up.
I'm sure it did.
I got up, and I got dressed. Now, she's standing downstairs with a pot in one hand and a knife in the other hand. Okay. Now listen.
And this is the woman you love.
Right. Right. But I understand she's protecting her children.
That's
okay. I understand this.
Okay.
I quietly left because I don't believe in hitting women.
And even going through all this, being accused of child molestation, being kicked out of the house, you know, the hot water and everything else, living in your van, why are you still sticking around?
Because love don't let go like that.
Okay. I certainly hope that you don't fail this lie detector test.
I'm not.
Okay. You feel pretty confident you told the truth?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's bring Jamaica back out.
I need to know, I need to know, are we on national TV? Are you doing this to my son? Don't have me on here looking like a damn fool. I gave you everything, all of me, when I said I would never love no one again, ever. I don't understand. Like, are you doing this to my son?
No, I'm not.
I'm on here fighting with this woman, and I'm fighting for you, and I'm fighting for my son. I want to know.
I'm not trying to take your son from you. I'm not trying to be the mother that you're supposed to be. It's the truth, boo.
It ain't the truth.
You got it. You are a molester. You are a molester.
Why don't you both act like your mothers right now?
Can we get his results, please?
Yes, we can.
Why would a 4-year-old child say that, Charles?
I have no idea, Jamaica.
I'm on here fighting with this woman, and I'm fighting for you, and I'm fighting for my son. I'm stuck in the middle.
I understand that.
And it's not fair. I want to know. Don't let him read that, and then it says you're guilty, because you better hope that the police get you before I do, because I'm gonna mess you up really bad. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That's it. I need to know. I need to know.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing to none of the kids. I know.
Don't do this to me, Charles. We said we was gonna be together forever. Come on, I'm not trying to go out and look for nobody else. Okay?
Neither am I.
Don't do this to me. Did you do that to my son?
He tells the story when he met you. He handed over his paycheck to you.
Oh yeah.
And he said, buy your kids things.
Oh yeah.
And the next check, buy yourself something.
Mm-hmm. I have to make him buy something for himself.
And you said you witnessed him be really good around your children.
Yes.
Cooking, cleaning, kind of just being a nice guy.
It's just like I can't picture him doing this. I can't, but I need to know.
Right.
I need to know. I mean, people wear masks.
They do.
People wear masks.
You, truthfully, there's people that have been on the show and you think, oh, again, like Charles, that's why as much as I want to believe it, I got to wait for the results because, you know, bad people come in all shapes and sizes, colors, and whatever.
Yeah,
so,
I understand.
what are we doing? Bringing Tanya back out? Let's bring Tanya back out.
You are a molester. You are a molester.
He ain't nothing.
You are a molester.
He ain't nothing.
Hold on.
He ain't
what?
what? Come on now. I'm skinny. You fat. I can make it through him. Let's get it.
I'm fat too,
Let's
boo.
get it.
Boo can move.
Let's get it.
Don't let the weight fool you, boo. Don't let it fool you.
This
Big
me
girl
right here.
can jump.
This is me right here.
Don't let it fool you.
Hold on.
Big girl can jump.
Hey, Tanya, can I ask you and you both to act? Why don't you both act like your mothers right now?
I'm pissed off.
Okay.
Steve, I'm pissed. Steve, I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
You know what? The
Mm.
situation is bad enough.
It is.
To have
And
two
we both
women up
out
here
here
fighting.
acting stupid on
That's
national
right.
television.
Then stop acting
Instead of
stupid. Stop
getting the
acting
results
stupid.
to the child.
All right, Tanya, you came here. You claim to have heard the story first.
You better not.
You care about this child
Yes, I
like
do.
your own.
Yes, I do.
Marcus is your love of your life now.
Yes, he is.
And you're bringing this up because you're concerned that the child's being sexually abused.
Yes, I am, Steve.
Okay. Tanya, you were asked, did you fabricate the story that Jamaica's son told you his mother's boyfriend Charles molested him?
No.
You answered no. The results for that question is you told the truth.
Thank you.
Have you ever made calls into Child Protective Services on Jamaica for child abuse or neglect accusations? You answered no. She told the truth.
Okay.
As far as clearing up whether she called CPS, does that give you any relief?
No, because it was either her or Marcus. Well, she didn't do it, so it was Marcus.
Okay. The fact that she obviously didn't coach the little boy to make up this story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love your son, boo. I can't help it. I love him.
And I love him too. That's
I love
me.
him. But I'm not trying to take your son from you. I'm not trying to be the mother that you're supposed to be. I have my own kids. I have my own kids. I see them all the time. I see them. So what even would put in your heart, not your mind, your heart, that I would make something up about you or your son, fabricate a story?
Cuz.
It's the truth, boo.
It ain't the truth.
You got it. It's the truth. I want to get to the bottom of it just like you.
Can we get his results, please?
Yes, we can. Have you ever sexually touched Jamaica's son in the bath? Your answer, no. I know you have a lot of rage in you right now, and I know that you probably want to tear this place apart. Charles, you took a lie detector test. You were asked 2 questions. Have you ever sexually touched Jamaica's son in the bath? You answered no. You told the truth. He was asked the second question, have you ever sexually molested your girlfriend's son? He answered no. He did not tell the truth.
No! You gotta let me at his ass! He hurt my son! He hurt my son! He hurt my baby! You hurt my baby! You hurt my baby!
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute, Shawty! Wait a minute, Shawty! Hold on! Hold on! Wait a minute, Shawty! Hold on! Oh, God! Wait a minute! I can't! Please just let me go! Please! Please!
Touch nobody's kid.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
How dare you? I told you, Jamaica. You didn't know this.
I did not touch nobody's kids.
Oh, you didn't even know this, man.
Tanya,
I'm so sorry.
I want to say, first of all, I want to say.
I don't want nobody touching me.
Hold on. Tanya,
I don't want nobody touching me.
I want to say thank you for obviously this child sex.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I want to thank you.
Knock him off, Steve. He's coming off. Knock him off, Steve.
I ain't touched nobody's kids.
Hold on. Listen to me. Hold on 1 second. I want to thank you for being on the show.
You touched
I
my
want to
son.
thank you for bringing these. I want to thank you for listening to the child.
You say something else. Say something else. Say something else.
Listen. Okay. At this point,
take that.
Charles.
You got me on national TV looking like a. I told you what was going to happen.
No. Stand up. Hold on.
That's me. That's my baby right there. That's mine.
I'll say this.
That's mine. That's mine. Ain't nobody gonna hurt mine, baby. Ain't nobody. I ain't gonna touch
I did not touch nobody.
Shut. You better shut. I knocked the rest of your teeth out.
Okay.
I ain't gonna touch him. But you gotta see me.
Is there anything that you would like to say to her?
Oh my God. He can't say to me.
I did not touch nobody's kids.
He can't.
I don't know why you failed this lie detector test. Probably because you weren't telling the truth.
I was telling the truth.
All I know is that people, they ingratiate themselves sometimes to children, to people, so they can't abuse them. Hopefully this woman goes home, calls the police, and gets an investigation started into looking at you, what you possibly did. I hope and pray to God that you didn't do anything. But the fact that you did fail this lie detector test, I think she would be not doing her children right if she didn't call the police and at least open an investigation into you. You get off my stage. Just go.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is all I want is somebody to love me. That's it. But I can't even trust no.
Well, you know who loves you?
My kids.
That's right.
My babies.
Your kids,
my
your
babies.
kids love
my babies. Oh my God.
And I know you, listen, I know you have a lot of rage in you right now. And I know that you probably want to tear this place apart. And I can't blame you. And I would want retribution right then and there. It's not your fault. The fact is, you did it, Phil. You know what? Once you found out about something, you took action and you threw the bastard out of the house. How many kids you have?
7.
7 kids. Who do they need more than anybody else in this world?
And their mom.
Their
Me.
mom. And if you go back, and if you don't handle this the right way, if you do something stupid, who's going to protect the 7 children then?
No one.
No one. So I would hope that you're smart, that you just stay the way you are, because truthfully, you're protective of your children. And what more can we ask for? But I don't want you to go home, do anything dumb. You got my assistance in anything that we can help with you to further along, calling the police, contacting the proper authorities.
I knew something was wrong because he just kept, just the looks on his face once I called the show and it got getting closer. And last night I went out, I came home, and we were getting ready for our car to pick us up, and he said, "Give me a hug." And I was like, "What is wrong with you? Why? Let me hold your hand." Like he's trying to get the, like he knew he was wrong, and he wanted to get the last touch of me. It's all good.
From what I understand, you were a victim of this also when you were younger. I think you need some help with maybe some of the stuff that you deal with from what happened to you. I think your son's gonna need some help with what happened to him. And I think whatever way I can, I wanna stand with you through this, okay? I think you have to be really, really selective.
Sexually abused my son.
I think you have to be really selective who you invite into your house. You have to really get to know him. I think maybe 6 months is not long enough. I don't know the answer to that. Because at some point you do have to trust people. But sometimes bad things happen. And I know this isn't going to be easy, and I know it's going to be very difficult. But believe me, I'm going to help you every step of the way if you want that.
Yes, I do.
Are you ready to go and start the process?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get you help, get your son help, and get the authorities involved, all right?
Yep.
You think your daughter is sexually abused. You stated, "I think my husband may be inappropriately touching her." Did you tell him?
No, because I didn't want him to know that I thought it was him.
You brought your child in, 4 months old, to the emergency room.
And they told me that it looked like she was sexually abused.
While bouncing her on his lap, your husband says to your daughter, "You're daddy's little lover." Did you abuse your daughter?
She's my only child. You know?
That's how you explain it?
Yeah.
You're sick. Katie's mother called the show.
Yeah.
She wants to confront you.
What you did to my grandchildren is despicable.
You need to learn your facts before you start saying mouth. Run, 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 run.
If I'm wrong, then you better damn well find out who did it. But I think that test is going to come back, and I think you are.
You say you waited a long time to find out the truth. You didn't know how to go about finding out the truth. And now you're here because your mother called, and we have Brian's lie detector results. Do you really want me to read these?
Yes, I do.
Wouldn't you just like these, no matter what's in here, because I don't know what's in here yet, but wouldn't you just rather have them go away and just be with Brian? Because you want to be with Brian, don't you? No, Mom. She's a grown woman now. She's going to be the mother of 3 children.
I know she is.
I know you want to be there to support your daughter and everything else, but sometimes
she's also being
you got to
coerced.
let the wings, you know, she got to fly out of the nest. I'm just asking you. You do want to be with Brian, don't you?
I think I do.
So wouldn't you say, I'm just going to be with Brian. I don't want to know. You want to know the truth.
I want to know the truth.
Okay. Brian was asked, did you ever make your stepson touch you in a sexual manner? You answered no. And the result to that answer is he told the truth. So Brian's capable of telling the truth. But then the test went on. You were asked, did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no. Did you ever knowingly touch your daughter's private area with force, causing her to bleed? You answered no. Did you ever touch your stepson in a sexual manner? And you answered no. And the results of those questions on the lie detector test is that Brian did not tell the truth.
Just give me 5 minutes.
No. You look confused.
Yeah. Extremely.
Extremely. Confused, extremely. Drunk, extremely.
Baby.
Doing something you shouldn't be doing, extreme. What are you confused about, Brian?
I told the truth. I didn't do anything.
Truth?
Yes.
How were you able to answer some questions truthfully and some not?
What wasn't true?
Do you want me to read them again?
Does it tell you individually?
Yes.
Yes. Can you?
Did you touch your daughter in a sexual manner?
So sorry.
You answered no, right?
That was true, wasn't it?
No. You did not tell the truth on that question.
I didn't.
Did you ever knowingly touch your daughter's private area with force, causing her to bleed? You answered no. That you didn't tell the truth to, Brian. Did you ever touch your stepson in a sexual manner? You answered no. On that question, you did not tell the truth. That what? Yeah.
Yes, it really is.
No, the only.
I want to take another one.
The only standing right in front of me.
Anybody till now. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Don't ever let me get within 500 feet of you, because I'll kill you.
No.
He's gonna get his. He'll get his.
No.
He will.
Do you have anything that you want to say to the woman that's pregnant by you?
That's not true.
First of all.
Can you have him leave, please? Or not, well, not
First
leave.
of all,
I don't want to.
you know what? Why don't you just shut your mouth right now?
Sorry.
Mom, I know you want to be supportive, but you know what? She needs to make decisions. I want her to
I don't have anything to say to him.
You're pregnant
I
by
want
him
to take
right
a new
now.
one.
You want to take another one? Why?
Yes, because that's not true.
Oh, that one
I know
isn't
it's
true.
I know.
How
I
did
didn't
you?
do anything.
How on the one question you were able to pass, but the rest you can't?
I
How
know
is
I
that?
didn't do anything.
You know you didn't do
Yes.
anything. Why? Because you were unconscious? You were too drunk? What?
She always had the children when I was
She
drinking.
always had the children. No, she didn't always have the children.
No,
you were
because
living
once
in a
upon
house.
time I trusted you.
Why are you talking to me? I'm not living with you. I'm not your wife.
I don't believe you.
Why? Well, again, you keep looking at me.
Sorry. How?
That's your daughter.
Obviously, I know this. That's disgusting.
Obviously, you didn't think so at the time, did you?
Yes, I did. And I still do.
Oh, at the time you thought it was
No.
disgusting. At the time you thought it was disgusting. How do we protect this child?
He won't. I will.
She always had the kids while you were drunk, right? Maybe you did it while you were sober.
No.
Maybe you were clear thinking. Can't even use the excuse of being drunk.
I wouldn't.
What? You wouldn't lie about it?
Why?
Why? Why does anybody lie about doing sick things? You know what? What's a shame here is that we didn't take actions. Sometimes you can't overlook things, and as a mother, you protect your children no matter what. And sometimes, if you start questioning the man about what he's doing to your children, and your gut's telling you something bad is happening, and then that man fails the lie detector test, I think you got your answers. I think you know something bad happened with this guy. And now you're in a situation where you're going to bring another one of his children into the world. So you have somebody, and you have somewhere to go. You have a man that you might not be able to be in a relationship with, but obviously cares about you very much and is good to your children. You obviously have a mother that cares about your children very, very much and obviously loves her daughter. So right there, Katie, you are way ahead in the ball game of life. And as far as you, the drunk that doesn't support his family, the BS artist that stands before me, that calls his wife a whore, that tells little children that their mother's a whore. How would we describe you? I saw you crawling in an alley one day, and I almost stepped on you, little rat. That's what you are, a rat. And the sad thing, there's always going to be evil guys like you in the world. Picking on little children, abusing those who can't protect themselves. I'm sure at some point somebody picked on you, and the only person that you felt you could pick on was a child. And the sad thing is, you picked on your own child. 5 months old. A baby. A baby. Well, you're going to learn to live with what you did, probably drinking it away. The more you drink, the more you forget. So you go, and you know what? I certainly hope that she's not foolish enough to let you back in for a second time. But if she does that, shame on her. But as far as me ever seeing you again, get the hell off my stage. The truth of it is now, if Brian's ever again in her life, there's nobody to blame but Katie then. You make sure that creep stays out of your life.